Okay, hopefully people can hear me. This. Okay. Let me turn that music down just a hair more. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so hopefully people can hear me. I think you can. I don't think the music's too overpowering. May not even be loud enough. Okay. So we're gonna work on this one that I worked on last night. Don't even have a name for it yet. This will be one of the new mons to the game I'm creating, called Monquest. It's exactly what... I don't know about that song. Let's see. You guys tell me if the music's too loud. How does this work? Okay, so... I'm going back into the 80s now. Alright, so we're going to work on this little guy. Let's see. So I was working on highlights and stuff, but I think I'm going to take the snow out for a minute so I can see what I'm doing. Ooh. I don't know if I like that Gaussian blur. You know, it might help. A white background. Yeah, that's going to help a little bit because it takes out some of that Gaussian blur. I need to label these two. Alright, so might do... Definitely got to take my pen tool and come back and erase some of this stuff, but we're creating a new mon. I have no idea what its name's going to be, but I started this last night actually, and I did the outline of it. And then I did all this on my iPad for a moment. It's just convenient, you know, when you're sitting down, you have an idea of something you want to draw, and that's it. Ooh, okay. I'm not sure about that. It gives it some light. Maybe we'll take it. I'm gonna lower. I feel like this shadow would hide more. Okay, that's a little better. So this is one of the cooler ones. How's everybody doing? If you guys can hear me, let me know in the chat so I know I'm at a good level here. Okay, so what I was doing was working on these little highlights. I'll have to go through and fix some stuff. I think I'm also going to have to take his outline. Matter of fact, I do this every now and then. It should be his outline. It's Control-C, Control-V. And we're going to make a duplicate layer of it to kind of darken this. I don't know if I'll put any, like erase any lines out. And especially because it's dark, so it's kind of hiding a lot of that, as you can see. And I could come in and erase some of this out. It need be, and we'll see how that looks once we start kind of going over it. So let's see. How's that? Like I said, how's everybody? So, like I said, I don't have a name for this yet. I'm just kind of building it right now. Go through and probably erase some of these little parts off here. Something I got erased here, right there. But it looks pretty cool so far. It looks pretty cool. So I was working on the shadow layer, as you can see. And I might, it's supposed to be a white like this. Actually, that kind of looks cool, but I think I need to bring the lightness up just a tad to give it that white look. What do you guys think? That gray look or the white look? Let me actually do that. Let me put a poll on there. You guys can tell me if you like the white look or the gray look more. I forgot how you do polls in here. Need to create a poll. How do you create a poll in here? I totally spaced that out. I think I actually have to go open this in the tab if I remember correct. Oh, maybe it's right here. Oh, here we go. Nope, I can do it right here. So I know I can do it on here. I'm not sure about kick. Let's start a poll. I want to know what color do you like? That's my question. So we have the white or the gray. So I'll show you guys what those are. So I'm gonna put the in there. On Kick, I'm not sure if you can create a poll, but for anybody on Kick, if you guys let me know which color you like, the white or the gray, you just type it in the comments for me. So let me go over here. So this is like the gray color, and if I bring the lightness up, and I don't want to make it too white because I still got to shade it, and that's what this hue and saturation layer with the mask is. And so if I make them like a lighter white like that, maybe I won't lose as much, I don't think. I mean, the gray might work because then I can add the more highlighted stuff on there. So, like I said, here's the grayish color, which just might work. And then if I make him a little lighter white, maybe like that, he's like a more white color. I still have to shade it, so I don't know on that one. He's almost too light. Might have to keep him the gray because then I can add these white colors in. Oh, sure. What do you guys think? You let me know what you guys think in there. That's why I put the poll up. That's why we got polls, guys. You think I should keep the gray color I got right now? If nobody answers, I'll clearly have to just pick myself, but it's fine. I think I'm just gonna go with the gray here, and we're gonna throw some highlights in here. Grab my pen. I forget I always have my tablet in here. Oh, hello. Let's grab my brush tool here. Let's go down to brush draws. Let's use this. It's got some cool brushes in it. And we're gonna take this layer and we're gonna bring this down. The sides we're gonna bring way down. That might even be too big. Go to 6. Ooh, man, 6 is big too, especially for this area. Man, I might have to go to a 1 on that. Wow. Oh wait. That's why. Okay. It's on the eraser side. That answers that. Yeah, 12. 12 might not be bad. Oh. Black. Let's see if this is the correct one. And it is. So, what I gotta do is bring some of this dark color down. I'm gonna have to go up here. Take some of this black back in there. And we're gonna go back here. We're gonna take some of this dark color out right here. And let's see. Let's take some of this right here. So we're going to take some of these screen protector in here. I don't know if I like this beat. I feel very dark. Let me go to the next one. That's a little better. So if you guys don't know what I'm doing here and you're new, I'm creating new mods for my trading card game called Monquest. And this is one of them I started last night. And I did color and everything else to it. I'm just going to stick with the gray. I'm going to end the poll. And no votes there. So. Let's see. So I'm trying to look at what kind of categories. I'm doing a multi-stream here. So I'm trying to figure out which, thing to kind of put myself in. I'm not sure. I think I'll just stick right here. I don't really know where to go on Kick for it. I mean, it's art, but there's got to be like a creative. Okay, let's see. There's an art tab. Guess that could work. Okay, so let's see here. Go back to. I can at least see my chat here. All right, so I can at least see my chat. There we go. All right, so let's keep working on this here. So what we're doing is adding highlights and taking some of this shadow layer out. So if you guys don't know how to use Photoshop, this mask layer, you use black, whoops, bumped into the mic, black hides and white brings it back basically. So we're going to take this out. It looks like I might have to erase in here too. Maybe not. I mean, you can't really see it too much. So let's keep removing some of this black from the hue and saturation layer. And let's blend this up a little more. Increase the size of this a little bit because it does help when you're like airbrushing it to blend it a little better, like the shadow end of it. Looks pretty good so far. I don't know if I want to go. I might have a little light on that. And think about where my light source is coming from. I was looking at he's looking up, so he might. So he's looking up. There's not much light because it's dark, so he'd be howling at the moon essentially. So might not be much light within that mode there. Let's try this. How do I change this? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Ah, here it is. Let's do. I'll try this. Or what was it? We'll try it. Okay, so back to where I was. Now, we're doing highlights and shadows here. We're going to take some more of this out right here. And we're just going to kind of smooth this down. So I love this tablet right here. Probably one of my favorite tablets I've ever used. So let's see. Could probably lighten this up just a bit in the ear. I think I could actually bring this down more. With the mouse, it's definitely going to give me that hard push that I don't want yet quite. So let's go across here. Now I kind of like this, but it might not work today. Let's see. Let's bring that. Let's bring this dark color back in here. Or dark color. The shadow back in. I might actually throw a darker red into his ear. I think a darker red might look pretty good in his ear. So let's try a darker red, guys. Let's try. Let me go back to the color layer here. Because I'm going to have two layers. Oh, that was for his eye. Oh, and I do have this too. Let's throw a darker red in his ear. Let's do this. Let's hide this layer. Let's grab my eyedropper tool. Grab this. We're going to actually make this a darker red in the sense that, you know, sometimes when you see a dog's ear from further away, it's a little darker. I'm going to try a dark red, or maybe even just let me try a dark red first. If it doesn't look the way I want it to, then I will go back. Doesn't look bad, but yeah, I don't think it works here. So let's Control Z. I think it'll be fine because this gives it a darker tone because it is a shadow layer. So I think it'll look fine there. I think that shadow layer will work as I work to put in highlights and more shadows. So let's go from there. And okay, so now let's go on here. Alright, so I think I'm going to stick with that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that here. Go here on my YouTube really quick because with that. Yeah, we're gonna do this. It's really easy to, I think I just prefer from here. So, now here's what we're going to continue on. Now, wasn't sure if I wanted to put a moon in there. I don't know if I need a moon necessarily. And then we'll get the snow back over them. But let's keep working on these highlights here. Let's keep working on this highlight and shadow layer. So I'm going to keep smoothing this out with the airbrush. Don't need to, oh, that's adding to the layer, sorry. I need to subtract from this layer, basically, from the darkness to the mask of it. So we're going to subtract from that mask. And then we're going to bring the size down so I can come in, get a more defined white tone in here. So we come right here, and now I do a lot of cell shading with this, but I do like to try to add a little more natural sometimes, because I feel like it adds to it a little bit. You're gonna see a lot of like anime and Pokemon, you know, they have a lot of cell shading. I might actually want to see something. We're gonna see how this actually looks. So we're gonna take a lot of this out here, and I'm actually going to bring this back in. I'll put that right there. Let's see. And now, I don't know how that'll look. Let's see. I don't know if I like that. I think I might just stick with that gray color. I think this gray color works pretty good, but I think these need darker tones to the, maybe a little darker underneath that to compensate in for the shadow. I'm gonna change something. Oh, this same song. Oh, that's just instrument. Let's go here. Okay, so I think I need to just put the shadow tone in there. The way I could do this, actually. So, we need to bring this back darker. So I'm going to have to press a little harder with the pen. I think, this might help. Ooh, why is it just doing his feet? Oh, that was strange. You know what? I could do it actually. Actually, I will do this. This could work actually. Let's see. Let's just use my. I'm gonna use my mouse right here, right there. Now, I think this needs. It just needs a blend off into the shadow more. I think this could work. Let's do this. Put some back in there. Let's do it right here. Put that shadow by. I think I'm just gonna stick with it back in there. I am gonna have to come back in though. And zoom in. Come down. oops, not come down, come up here. I'm gonna have to remove some of this again to redo what I removed out of here. I do need to do that though, where it's got some kind of shadow in there more. So let's take his knee. Ooh, I might have to remove some of that. So I'm gonna go through with my eraser tool, actually, and erase some of the line. So let's take this, let's click here. Oh, that's because that's right. No, I know what I did wrong. Oh, it does have it. Okay, so I need to erase this on both actually. Let's bring this down. And I need to actually do a general brush, a hard brush. Come in here. Ooh, what did I do? Layers gotta line up here. Okay, hold on, I messed that up. There it is. Okay. So now I need to take the eraser tool. I'm gonna come in here and erase some of this. It's probably on this area too. Sure is. Okay. So that's 2. Let's bring this down. Maybe I could do a 1. Let's zoom in. I need to take this out right here. Let's go higher. Let's go to 6. I like this beat. There we go. And I think I gotta take some of this out too right here. Yeah, I put 2 layers because I like some of my stuff to have a harder edge depending what it is. Depending on what I'm drawing. That looks much better. There's still a little bit in here that I could essentially kind of remove out. So let's do 3. There you go. I probably got rid of a good chunk. This should help out. Okay, I like that. Okay, we do have this here, but I kind of like that in terms of what I'm trying to accomplish. I do like that. Okay, so we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Hi, Ball. How you doing, Ball? Girlfriend's in the chat there. So. No. I need some water really quick, guys. Okay, that's better. Get some some water in me. Gotta drink my water. So, and I do need to, why did it do that to, I'm going to actually adjust this shadow layer because I don't like the little white lines there. Oh, Control Z. I'm not sure about that either. So this right here, we're just going to delete it. What we are going to do is come back to my tool here. We're going to do that, and then we're going to invert the selection. Then we're going to come in, black, we're going to do a bucket tool, and I'm going to add a layer just above this, do black, and let's see if it fixes that. Control D, Control T. So rotate 180 degrees. That will work. Sorry, not rotate. I need to flip horizontally. That's what it is. Nope, no. Sorry, vertically. Vertical. There we go. That's better because now it doesn't have the sorry, I'm trying to get the correct word in my head, but I can't seem to. It doesn't have the lines that are in there. But we do need to bring the opacity down so that's much better. And it wouldn't show as much in the night because it's darker, so we'll do that. Okay, so alright, so now we got that. So let's continue our highlights layer. I think I can come back in here a little more. So now we gotta click. I don't know if I want to put it above it. Let's try it below it really quick. I can't even see the layer now. No, I think we'll keep it above. So let's click back on this layer. Do right here. Bring this down from 15 to 4 could work. So now we're back here. And put some black because so we're going to do that right there. Come right here. Yeah, there we go. I think I just realized too, I do need to erase a little bit of black off this because it does fade into the other black line. So that's something I quite want. So you can see it there. So back to this second adjusted layer that I put over. That looks much better. I could probably erase this color layer. Probably take brush tool, come within here. I'm gonna watch out for that though. Usually I do a magic wand tool and then I hit everything in here, but it doesn't seem like it quite worked out that way I needed it to. So we're going to take this and we're going to just try to erase it out. I have 2 layers. Should probably label these layers as a matter of fact. Okay, there we go. Let's save this. I have to come in with black here. Oh, not what I need. That's the white. Why is it? Oh, because I'm on the eraser tool. Okay, yeah, that's correct. I have to come back in with the darker color here. Maybe right here. I might actually build that. bring that there. Okay, let's see. So anyhow, I like what I got here so far. Alright, now forgot I need to make some adjustments here to the video because I forgot to do something. Gotta go back really quick and fix something on my YouTube channel for the video itself here. Sorry guys. Content. I like this beat too. Some stuff here. Alright, that should be okay. That's what I meant to. Okay, now back to where I was. Let's go back to this video here. Channel. Sorry, I had to fix some stuff there because I forgot to do some things to do chat portions. Okay, now here we go. All right, so working our highlighted layer here. That out. Now, well, you know what I could do is there going to be a slight shadow here, but maybe not here. I think this would actually come wrap around right here and I gotta be kind of light here to give it this natural semi-highlighted or highlights or semi-tone of a. I'm gonna have to come in there and erase this. It looks like. Whoops. Pushing stuff on my pen. I like this song too. This is one of my favorite ones in the playlist I play as well. Alright, so now I got that. Let's take some of this out. Take a little bit of that out. Should give me a little more relative to what I'm trying to go for here. And I have these because I was trying to. That's better. That's better. Alright. Here's that portion I gotta fix too. Take that out. Take this out. And take this out. use my it's easier just to use my mouse on these parts because it gives me the hard pressure I need. That's better. Now I gotta take it out here. Whoop. Whoop. Take this out. Alright, that's better. Now we're getting somewhere. I like this one so far. It's pretty cool. New mod I'm creating for the game here. Okay, so now I like this beat. So now, onward with my process here. Just checking my chats. Nothing there. Alright, let's keep working at this. And probably try to get back on tomorrow as well. Okay, let's erase some of this again. See, this comes because these are really tight lines to get back into when you're trying to color it. And I had this black or white pieces that kind of showed through, so I had to take the brush tool and kind of go back and take out some stuff. So let's take this out. Let's take that out. Take this out. Alright, now, I think that's better. I also need to fix this piece right here. Be really picky. Let's just start here. See, it has these, but I think that's from the color. And that's why I do an extra layer of the black. But you know, this might work actually. What could work, let me see something here. Let me try something here. Yeah, that could work. It almost does. I think I just like it with the both black lines there. Well, another thing I could do, come back, that would actually make this. It's because the color layers actually outside the line layer. Maybe if I take this. Like how he's just blending in. Yeah, it's because this color layer. Where's the... I have it on a hard brush, but it just doesn't feel like it's... Let me take the smoothing now. This might actually help too. Take the smoothing off. Yeah, that does. But I think I'm going to keep that because it almost subtracts too much. I think that was fine. It'll be alright. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, no matter how much you want it. But you can get it as close as you need to. So let's see. Let's take that back. Let's go back here. Let's continue where I was. And I was doing highlights and shadows. So let's bring this shadow in here. Because there's going to be a shadow right here. It's going to be darker as the hair is coming over it. Definitely got to press a little harder on that. Now, let's do this. Take some of this out. Let's bring this 4 up to maybe like 20s. There. I just feel like I'm using my iPad because I'm always trying to use my fingers to do like a zoom in and out because that's how you do it on the iPad. But this is not the iPad. This is my PC. Let's go there. Let's bring it in here. I think. Where's this on? Oh, I made a mistake here. Do this. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So it would be darker tones here. Let's flip it. I think I will darken this back in here. Probably pressing too hard. This just needs a light press. Just a light press to kind of blend it back in. Part of this has to do with the smoothing, which I think I'm going to turn the smoothing. Well, it's only 10%. Something's very strange here, though. I think, well, no, it's at 500. Dang. I don't know what that is, but holy crap. Wow. Okay, that's... Huh. Why is it so big now? What happened? It's huge! Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know what it did there, but... That was very strange. Okay. Very, very strange. Maybe I just had to use my mouse for that part. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's because it's on my eraser tool. Why is it? Something's up with my pen adjusting here. There we go. Okay, yeah, it was on the eraser tool on the pen side. Now I gotta come back in and redo this. I can lighten this up. Just come in and lighten all of this up a little bit. Not too much though, because I'm gonna blend it almost in there. here. And I feel like it's too much. There wouldn't be a color on that front end. It would actually be off the back end here. Because do I have the light set up to begin with? Let's do some here. Just a little bit. Actually, I don't think I want to put it there because the knee's bending over. And his body's bending over there, so there might be a little bit in here and here, and then maybe off the bottom there might actually be some hair. Probably none here because that's where his butt end is, but maybe a tad here. So go there. Yeah, there we go. Like what I got so far. We can check the chat. So, whoa, hello. That's not what I don't know why that opened. Okay, yeah. So we got this. Remember his butt end. It's gonna open a little bit of light in there. Bring that up. Bring that. There might be a little bit right here, I actually think. So. There's probably going to be a little bit behind his ears, just right here. Not a lot, but enough. Let me zoom in on this part right here. Here. Bring the pen down. We're going to put these right there. Then we're going to bring this, come back in, back on that piece back up, zoom out. Alright, now let's do this part. Come here. Right now, this part is definitely going to be lighter. Oh, this part is going to be pretty light on his eye. Might, yeah, let's do that. Let's do his eye right here. Might be a little bit of lightness. I don't think it will be on top. I think it's going to be just underneath that eye. I think I'm going to bring a little bit black in here again. But I think I got to add, I'm going to try something else here too. Yeah, that looks better. I might actually that. Oh, it's too much. Blend it up just a hair. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now gotta do this part of his mouth, like I said. A little light shine off there. Probably a little bit in here. Just a little bit. And then I'll do a little light right here. Right here. There. And I'll bring this darker right here. Let's stay dark. And here. Here. Just back to a more blackish color. Actually, I'm going to do white right here, white right here, and I'm actually going to come in and, whoops, it's actually going to have a black in right here, because I feel like this would be darker. Come right here. Here. Maybe no, that should be alright. But we do need come in here, do a little darkness to this part. Dark in here. A little more in this edge. Alright, yeah, this looks pretty good. Let me save it. Never forget to save a project, obviously, always. Making some progress on this thing. So now, we're gonna go here. I think I need to come in and erase some stuff off that, but let's do this. Black again. And we're gonna come up here. Now this probably wouldn't be as much because I gotta remember that the hair, or sorry, the light is shining. Actually, yes, sorry, the hair is over some of the other hair, so it's not gonna be. It's gonna have like some of it. Oops, that's gonna be too big. This is about right here. Bring the down again. 15. 15. Bring a little light there. Even 15 might be too big for that. Try 9. It's better. Go to a 9 here. And then we'll just do this tip. Because like I said, the hair is actually going to give it a slight shadow there. Because it comes over. Here. Down here. A little bit there. Here. Here. And I'm going to do a little bit right here. Put this in. Yeah, there we go. Check my chats again. Hi, the art of DHT. Hi, how you doing there? How's it going? Sorry, I'm just now checking my chats here. I really need to get my second monitor back up. That's awesome. You're doing good. So, if you guys are new here and you don't know what I'm doing, I am creating new monsters for my trading card game called Monquest, and that's exactly what this is. I'm just creating these new mons for the card game. I don't have a name for this one yet. I typically just, draw them first and then I think about the concepts I want it to have, at least as far as like skills, or like is it going to be like an ice wolf or something like that, and then I come up with the name later. But this is essentially where I start. So if you guys are in here and you're seeing this is what I'm doing. I'm doing the artwork for my card game right now, and this is just one of the mods. The art of DHT. You sound like you draw yourself, so it's always awesome to have other artists in here. At least that sounds like a name of somebody who would be an artist. That you are, sir. I'm looking at your page now, or girl. I'll give you a follow there. Give you a follow there. So now, let's see what we got so far. I'm gonna add more on top of this, obviously. I wasn't sure. I think I had another layer, but I don't know what I did with it. I think it is there. Yeah, it is. Or no, it's not. It's this one right here. And then the only other thing I'm missing here is, I gotta go through and label these big time. Let me do that right now. It's my balloon line layer to start it with. So we'll go through and label this stuff. Well, everything's gonna be above the color layer, so I know that much. I didn't like accidentally delete it because I'm dumb. Didn't. There it is. One of these though is. Is it that one? No, it's this one. Okay, there we go. Alright, so here was what I got so far. That's the snow layer. And I gotta add more to this, obviously. I'm going to take the snow layer off so I can keep adjusting some of these shadow layers that I'm doing. He was going to be more white, but I figured since he's in the dark, he's going to have darker tones over him, essentially. So I feel his music's not overpowering me. Almost sound like it was, but this is where we're at right now. We're just working on this. And I got to come in and fix some of these colored parts. I did this on my iPad at first, so there, you know, you can't quite get in as deep as like just using Photoshop inside your Mac or PC. Let's take and erase some of these out right here. So I'm going to erase some of this color layered off. I got a masking layer with a shadow layer, which I should probably label that actually. That's better. I need to label these layers. Probably should have did that when I was drawing it out the first time. So let's do that. Let me do this here. Pause color 2. So color 1. And then this is my reference photo. Let's go trees. Snow. We'll just call it GRD for ground. Oh, whoops. Let's do shadow. Should probably do this is shadow. I'll do this as shadows instead of shadow. Alright, so I need to shadow. This is my other. That's my ground layer. I almost feel like some stars or something would be cool in there somehow. Which I could actually kind of do actually. But I do have the snow layer, so I have to think about that actually. Because that might be too much. The snow layer might be too much. So. That's not what I wanted. Background will name this. This is, we'll just call it Snow GRD2. And this is white background. So ground row. Da, da, da. Okay. So now I'm gonna just put all of this into one folder. We'll just call this background layers. And then there's my reference. These are my color layers. So let's put all of this into, let's just go, whoops, color slash shadows layer. Actually, color. We'll just do the colors and shadows. And this is the eye, the people. Check my chat here. So I got 2 people here on Kick. What do you guys like to do? Going here labeling stuff right now. Let's see. I think I did all these eye layers separate. Eye highlights 1. Highlights 2. And then we'll put this together. We'll just call this the eye layer. Should go in there too. Alright, this is much better. Reference photo we can just drop here. We'll just do fruits. This is lines. So I put 2 line layers because I was just trying to be heavier on the lines. Essentially for mine. Actually, I should do... I'll just call it ink. Because it is my... Essentially, if I was doing it, this would be my ink layer. This is... Go above. Go above. Oops. Can't remember what... Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, so here... Remember I did these as separate layers to maintain what I was trying to do. And then I tried something with horns. It was weird at first. Okay, so all of this, these are sketches. Sketch layers. Alright, now that's much better. More organized. Okay. Now, change the song. Okay, so now I'm a lot more organized here in terms of my layers. So let me fix this color layer. So I have some color sitting on here, as you can see. Any guys use Photoshop or anything like that? Do digital art, maybe just normal art, you know, or normal actually. Digital or you know, charcoal or anything like that. Any guys mess with any mediums like that? If you do, let me know in the comments. Love to know. If you're new here, got two people in here. Nobody want to chat? Okay, so I really didn't start getting into digital art until I got more into school, and I went to school for game design and programming in college, and I never finished. And that's because essentially the landscape for games is always changing. And so, you know, I had a full scholarship, and I just decided I wasn't going to finish it out because they essentially wanted to take that away and then just have me work on student loans, and I just decided it wasn't for me at that point. But you know, the thing I learned that is, like I said, the landscape of it is always changing, so you don't necessarily need a degree for it. It doesn't really shape much of what you're going to do in there, and a lot of it, you know, there's a lot of resources out there that you can learn on your own. But my experience comes from school, where I messed with a lot of 3D design and some coding. Didn't really get heavy into coding, but I messed with a few of the engines. I still mess with them to this day, and I still mess with some of the free tools as far as 3D design. So I use what's that called? I forgot what that's called now. It's a free tool. I was using Maya when I was doing school, but they're extremely expensive. Brace, what's up, dude? How are you? I didn't get into something called 3ds Max, which is low poly models, and that's what a lot of like Maya is what they use a lot in movies, and then 3ds Max is what they use a lot in making games as far as 3D models. But like Starfield, for instance, is interesting because they're actually using Maya. So, and that's how I got into this, and part of it really sparked my interest to create a trading card game is because I took all the knowledge I had in school and kind of applied it to this, you know, designing a card game. That's pretty cool to take that knowledge and apply it here. So I'm gonna take this part out, and I think I'm just adjust those in the front. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Taking that knowledge I have for digital art, at least, and just applying it to a trading card game. And then creating these cool creatures for the game itself. And that's what you guys are seeing right now. Like I said, I don't have a name for this one. It's just kind of here. Let me take this because I just noticed this right here. I'm pretty sure that's the ink layer. It sure is. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go back here. Take and bring this to a white layer and do both of these. Ah, that's not it. Then there it is. There we go. Now let's go back here to my masking layer for my shadows. Add that in there a little bit. And then let's actually take some of this out here. Check my chat again. So I need to take this down a little bit. See, I'm not going for like a, honestly, I'm not really trying to go for an insane like natural fill either. I'm going for like a semi natural fill, I think. Something wrong with one of these colors. Is it the color layer? Yeah. So I gotta fix something. Actually, let me go back to the way this was, because got a little bit of a mistake in there. White. I'll just do that. I gotta figure out. This is on this color layer. Yeah, you can see it. Oh, I know why. I forgot I didn't make it all the way white. My bad. That's better. I have two color layers, because one is essentially my shadow layer and the other is just the color layer itself. For anybody who doesn't do art, that's this is what I'm doing. Brace, how are you, buddy? Alright, so this is what we got so far. Now I'm trying to decide. I mean, it looks pretty cool like this, but like I said, I'm going for a semi realistic tone, but not really. A lot of my stuff is kind of in that like basically like an anime artwork, essentially. I don't know what this texture is. Let me see something. Let me just add a new layer. Let's see. Let's go for a black. Nope, not what I'm looking for. It's probably too much. Oh, there we go. Kind of what I'm going for. Not too much. Yes and no. Nope. Let's try another one. Where's this one? That's... yeah, not really what I'm quite looking for. I think I might just have to... oh, that's fine. Do... a... I thought I had some in here, but maybe I don't. Let's try something here. See something. Not what I'm looking for either. Might look good like that. We'll find out. So let's see. Let's go. Just trying to find charcoal, draw box, pencil. You know what? It's white media brushes. I have a ton of brushes in here. Some of them didn't load in because I actually had to re-put Photoshop on my computer because I made the mistake of accidentally deleting Photoshop and a lot of other stuff. So, unfortunately, I don't have some things. So let's do. I might use this actually. I think it's going to come down to doing a really light strokes. Let's see. I'm trying to give him more of that fur look. That's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just trying to find maybe it wouldn't be that dark. It might be like a darker gray. Let me do this too. So I'm not going out of the let's stay within this line layer. Now let's invert this. Oops. That way I can color within this line layer itself. So let me go back to this layer. Now I don't know if this is going to give me the look, but we're going to try it. It's pretty close to what I'm trying to shoot for here. A little bit. It's a very big brush too. And if I'm I think if I'm just light with the strokes here. Yeah. I think I just need to be light, but not have quite as much, maybe a little bit in there. To kind of try and get what I'm looking for here. We'll see. Let's just come in and do what I'm trying to shoot for here. See if it does me any good. This is what I'm trying to approach here. Yes and no. Not quite what I was expecting. It's almost like some cross hatching in it, in a sense I need, but not necessarily cross. It's almost like that texture I'm kind of looking for. What is this music? Huh. Alright, so let me see what other brushes I got here. This one I don't know. That's a hard, and that was a hard push with my mouse. These are getting kind of close. That's a vibrant texture. Marker, paint, soft paint. It's almost like this. But I think, if I remember, yeah, not necessarily. And I might even just keep them this way, because a lot of my Mons don't have insane, like, as far as textures go on them. Some of them have scales and stuff, but like there's a dragon who has scales. But sometimes, you know, adding more is not always the best. I might even just go back to these Pokemon style brushes I had, like this one. Here we go. And I definitely don't want it at 175. So maybe let's just try. That's a little better. And if I take maybe, press a little too hard there. That's better. Okay. So let me go for a smaller stroke on this. I'm just going to take my eraser tool because it's not going to erase anything on that layer. Alright, so let's try this. And I'm just going to be really extremely light with my presses here. Wow, I'm being extremely light and it's still... Don't know how I feel about that. Let's see. 3 people in here. Hi, my 3 people on Kick there. How you doing? So let's see here. Another thing. I turned the smoothing down too, so let's turn the smoothing up just a hair. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm gonna go smaller. I think instead of, I'm gonna go smaller with it. Let's try 4 point. Let's try that. And what I think I'm gonna do is actually come in with play with the opacities. I'm just doing this inverted layer to maintain within the layer itself. Let's just start with that right here. Let's follow my curves. Here. Let's do it right here. I don't know how this is going to look exactly, or if it's going to give me what I'm trying to go for here. This is where you can pretty much do this with a lot of different brushes, but it's just figuring out which brush is going to give me that tone I'm trying to go for here. Let's see. It looks like it's, yeah, it's kind of working out for me right there. Yeah, I'm starting to dig that. I might throw some like more wider lines in there maybe. I didn't go black because I didn't want it too dark. And this would actually have to go. Well, the problem is we don't want the. This almost would be a color tone. I guess we could try it like that. And what I could do is go to, whoops, take this layer, go back here, take my airbrush. I just want to see this too. Because these, whoa, holy smokes, hello there, giant ass brush. These would not be quite as dark here. Especially like there. They might be dark like into it, but definitely not there. Not quite as dark. This would be just a hair tone down. This would. I think that looks. Yeah, getting there. All right. Let's see. Let's come over this now. I have one dog that doesn't even actually have any hair, and it's almost like it. It's called Chibura in the game. Let's see. Now I'm not trying to get too intricate with this, but I just had this idea of I wanted to get a little more, and it might not look good toward the end, but that's where I'll decide to remove the layer or not, and that's why I put it in its own separate layer. It doesn't look bad. It's just gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna have to play with the opacity and stuff on this. Matter of fact, let's do that right now. Maybe it's gonna be like let's do a soft line maybe. You can't really see with the soft line. It's pretty much practically gone. Oops. That's fine. I'll get it back. Okay, so let's try. Maybe it's an overlay. Give it. Maybe not. Maybe not even. That's almost pretty good divide. This is a little bit though. It's another thing I'm gonna try. In terms of that. So I'm just gonna leave it at normal. And let's try this. Let's see what this does a little bit. It's way hot. A little bit. Like I said, we'll find out here. Part of it's just probably going to come down to coming back in. Erasing slight pieces of this. Probably using the smudge tool maybe a little bit. And I have this as a very soft eraser. That looks pretty good. I guess I don't want to press too hard. I might even just keep him the way I have him. And I think he looks pretty good when you kind of take some of that away. Gives him a little bit of that. I don't want too much. Especially because I'm not trying to go for a super realism here. Oh boy, what did I do? That's exactly what I did. Small screen, okay. So now I might go with something like that. We're just gonna keep playing around with it. As long as we keep playing around with it, we'll find out what works. And you guys can tell me if you think it looks cool on there or not. Totally appreciate that. You can say, nah, looks like crap. A lot of my stuff, I don't have a, like I said, there's not a super realism look I try to go for, because that's essentially not the kind of style I'm going for within the card game itself. Okay. Alright. It's almost like you can't even tell. I don't even know, you know, to be honest too, I don't know if you'd actually see that on the card. That's something else I gotta think about. That might be kind of hard to see, because those are extremely thin lines. Give it a shot. I'll darken these up. Need more strands in here because it's a tighter area. We'll see. That's the other thing I have to think about too, is I put like scales on Ligon, but they're really hard to see on the card. So there's another thing I do have to consider in terms of what's going to show on there. Because, like I said, some of them you can see it, but not so much on some of the other ones. Now, if you're in the chat, you want to see some of the cards of what I have so far, you can actually let me know and I'll cycle over to a different screen in Photoshop and show you what I got. So I don't know how I feel about that. It doesn't look bad, but I don't know if it's necessary. It almost just works perfect right here. I think I'm just gonna stick with this because I don't. The thing about that, like I said, is on a card, I don't know if you would actually see that anyways. That's something else I do have to consider because things on a card are smaller. I have a feeling this is probably not going to show in terms of a card size. I don't think that would show. I think I'm gonna go without it, and that's because I just thought about this. Is this might not show on the card because the card's smaller. And like I said, there's one called Ligon. As a matter of fact, if I can find it, where did I put Ligon? There's a Ligon card here, but you can't. You can see the scales somewhat, but they are not as apparent. So I don't think having the little hairlines are going to make it as apparent. And it's not supposed to be insanely real either. Oops. I could give it a shot, but I don't think it's going to change the fact of what I said there. And I think about it in those terms. Try to smudge it. Make sure the smudge isn't quite insane. This is why you play around with stuff. It doesn't look bad when I actually take some of the tones erased in. But like I said, I don't know if this is actually going to show on the card. Because Ligon here, I'm looking at the card right now, it doesn't really show the scales. They're there, but it doesn't show them. Oh, the heck did I just do? It does look like it gives a little more. Gives a little more of that tone. I'll go for it, screw it. I don't think I need as many as I think. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's see. So see how this looks, but I don't think it's going to be necessary per se. Just add to them a little bit. So I'm also not trying to be super realistic here as I think this looks okay because it's not. Yeah, it's working out pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Down here a little more. Oh, hello. That's not what I need. Come here. It's pretty cool so far. The other thing, oh, I didn't even think about that either. I do have that layer, but oh, I don't think I labeled that layer. Did I label that layer? I might not have. I think I may have messed that up. Ooh. I'm missing a layer here. Oh, yep. This is definitely not supposed to go there. This is why I also don't know if it'll show. Because of that. Let me go back to the color shadow. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to try to darken this layer. And we'll do some adjustments. We'll go to, let's do those. Oh, my problem is it's going to, that's not what I'm looking for. Yeah. It's supposed to be like a white color, but I might have to go for like a, because of snow. And then I don't know if I want that or just keep it going. And also, I can't even see this barely. You wouldn't really see either. That's probably better. I think also there's another thing here. I'm gonna keep adding more of those lines in there, but oops. Let's invert it, and then let's do. I feel like he needs a slight edge around him to kind of push him forward a little bit. Cross edge. We'll just put light. So maybe something like let's see. Let's try this actually. Color in this layer. This needs to actually go below everything. And then let's hit this. Control D. Oh, come on, what are you doing? Control D. Control T. We're going to stretch this out just a hair. I'm not sure about the purple. We'll change the hue and saturation. You guys can tell me what you think about that. It might even look good with a white one. The thing I want to do. Well, screw it. Let's see what a white looks like. Nah, the white almost pulls. Okay, maybe a green or blue tone. Let's try one of these greenish tones. Can't really see it. And I might have to use a purple tone. The other thing is, like, I always do this too. So it does kind of, wow, that kind of looks cool actually. Obviously, the more you do it, the bigger it gets. I feel like I need to actually just bring it down. Doesn't need to be quite that big. What do you guys think? The purple tone, or should I try a different color? Let's go right there. Let me check my chat here, see if you guys are seeing it. I'm not sure if what you guys think, if I should use that purple tone or a different color. I'll try some different colors there. So, we're going to do a Gaussian blur over this. I think it kind of looks cool with that purple, just a hair. Might be able to add some white in there, but let me add an adjustment layer to this. And then we can play around with the color here. I'm not sure. That purple can, oh, wait. That looks kind of cool, actually, with that green. I like the purple and the green. Or that bluish green right there. That's really cool too. It just helps bring him a little more forward. And also, maybe blurring this. Well, the background is blurred actually. But maybe blurring these trees just a bit. That could help too. So if we give these trees a slight blur, I don't want it insanely blurred, I just want them to be enough where they're subtle, but they're not. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now, I feel like the snow layer is just a little too much. Maybe I need to bring this. Yeah, there we go. Bring that down to about 50%. I think that's starting to look much better. Oh, what the heck? Now let me play with this color line again. On the hue and saturation. What color you guys like? I do like this purple, but I like that green a little bit too. That looks kind of cool too. The green almost looks pretty good right here because it kind of meshes with that background. A white also might help it a little bit. I even still have the moon pen. I thought about putting a moon there. It might look cool. It just looks better with that. I think this I can see. So I need to actually it's really bright if it's too high. So I think I'm gonna tone this down 50, and I need to take some of this edge off just right there. And I think good old smudge tool is gonna come in handy for that. Let's see. We just gotta bring it down in terms of what's there. Ah, see, that's looking much better. Bring it forward this way. And that's starting to look much better. Because then it starts hitting that background a little more. This, I feel like there should be more snow here hiding the bottom of those trees. I have it as soft light because that's why. So I have it as that because it does tend to... I feel like it just needs just a hair more on that. So maybe a white tone would look pretty good. I still gotta go in and, like I said, give them those little lines. Try this. Maybe not even white, actually. I mean, snow's white, but there's still tonal shades of, like, there are still tones of shades. So let's try this. Let's go to a semi-grayish color. So let's take some of that down, and like what I'm getting here. Oh, I'm erasing it. That's what that looks like. Yeah, that's starting to look much better. Starting to like that a lot. Alright, let's go here. So I wanted to get these bottom of the trees more because typically, you know, especially where I live in Wyoming, you're always used to seeing the snow, and then it always does touch these trees pretty good when there's a lot of snow. So that's why I did that. And he would have maybe some snow on him himself. I think that actually probably needs to go. That looks pretty good so far. I want to adjust his just a little bit, because later on I'll have these ones called Ultimate Unlimited. So I still don't know about this. I don't think this is necessary. I don't think the little hash marks are necessary. So let's try that. Let's go with that so far. I like what I got here so far. I still gotta bring some highlight layers on there now. But this looks pretty good so far. I don't know, I could try a moon. See how a moon looks. I don't even know if I still have a moon brush. Sometimes it's just about making it easier on yourself. Finding brushes to help that. And a moonlight, a moon might look cool. I don't know. But we are sure about to find out. Let's see. Download history. I thought I had a moon brush somewhere. Here we go. I mean, he looks pretty cool so far right here. I really do like this look of him so far. Yeah, and blurring that background helped a lot because it did, you know, it did help with that. Bring him forward. Okay. Oh. So let's drag this to the desktop. And then click it. Should open up Photoshop. Now, let's try a moon brush. Let's go black. Let's go back to my brushes. Here, here, here. That is ginormous. That is too small. And I can always adjust the size of these. I keep forgetting that. 1,000. Probably have to bring it up near the thousands. I'm gonna have to. Oh shoot! I put it on the color layer. That's not good. This will be above. Well, it's not above the snow layer, so it's still gonna be under the snow layer. See, I don't know if a moon is necessary or not. Alright. I mean, even half. Well, this would not be above. It needs to go behind the trees still. Oh Lord, I can't talk. That's much better. That's what I'm shooting for here. That does okay, but the edge of that moon is actually cut off right now. So we gotta go back and we need to put the moon. Ooh, I kind of like it behind him like that. Oh, it's on the shadow layer though. Add a new layer. We'll redo the moon layer right here. That looks kind of cool too. Oh man, what do I do here? That might be cool. Okay, let's keep this layer. Let's add a new layer. Let's hide this layer. And we're gonna actually put the moon here. Go Control T. We're gonna lower the size down of the moon. Keeping it one nice uniform shape. Oops. Shift here. I'm not sure where to put the moon. What do you guys think? Does this look cool? Or just the full big ass moon right there? I'm not sure which one. I kind of like that. I kind of like how big it is behind him. And also, sometimes moving this around can help. Maybe the moon goes behind him. You know, even flipping him around might change that around too. Maybe even like I'm not sure where to put this. I mean, this one still looks really cool. I really like that. I think I'm gonna go with this for now. I still need to add some highlights to them. It's got a lot of its shadow stuff done though. I need to go all these back to these white parts and slap on some highlights, but I think I'm gonna call it good for a night. I'm not sure which moon I'm gonna use, so I'll come back. It's either this one or the big one. I'm really digging the big moon behind him like that, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow, guys, and I'll be back on here tomorrow. So if you guys are on here, you want to see more, subscribe, hit that button. You'll get to keep seeing me create these, also create the cards sometimes. But I'll be back with more, and I'll catch you guys later. And those who have been in the chat commenting, you guys stood and watched the video, thank you, I appreciate it. And like I said, I'll be back with more, so peace. Thanks, guys.